Imagine this. You're at a sunny community barbecue, kids laughing, burgers sizzling, and then, out of nowhere, someone deliberately hurls a volleyball at your disabled child's face. Not an accident, a calculated act. What would you do? Let rage take over? Or play it smart, like a chess game, and turn their cruelty into their undoing? That's the choice I faced when our neighborhood's queen bee targeted my daughter. Unaware, I'm a Secret Service VYC agent trained to dismantle threats. My name's Nathan Harper, and this is the story of how one volleyball changed everything. 3 years ago, my world shattered. My wife, Clara, died in a crash caused by a drunk driver. Our daughter, Lily, only 11, served VY Ved but with scars that run deep. Partial facial paralysis, VY sound loss in one eye, and numbness in her left hand. She was a piano prodigy, her fingers dancing across keys like magic. The accident stole that ease, but not her spirit. At 14, Lily relearned to play with grit and adapted techniques, kept straight A's, and carried a quiet strength that made me burst with pride. Her scars drooping eyelid, uneven smile were VY Cybele, but her heart? Unbreakable. That is, until we moved to Willow Grove. For months back, my job transferred me to Denver's Secret Service VYC field office. After hunting for a place with great schools and rehab centers for Lily, I picked Willow Grove, a polished suburb promising inclusive VY Thai and family VY Bess. The house we bought could be modified for accessibility, and the community bragged about cultural programs perfect for Lily's music. But our first run-in with Evelyn Caldwell, the HOA president, set off alarms. She flashed a syrupy smile when we met at the mailboxes, but when she saw Lily, her warmth froze. I'm trained to spot threats. Her glance at Lily's face screamed disgust, though she covered it fast. She chatted only with me, ignoring Lily's polite hello, and stood so I blocked her VYEW of my daughter. We keep high standards at Willow Grove, she purred, emphasizing aesthetic like it was code. Lily's shoulders slumped as we walked home. Don't sweat her, Bumblebee, I said. Some folks aren't worth your shine. But I saw the hurt in her silence. Evelyn's campaign started small but sharp. A welcome basket came with a note suggesting Lily use the pool at dawn or a private gym room translation. Keep your kid hidden. Then came helpful tips. Maybe Lily should wear a mask at events or put up backyard screens to spare her anxiety. Each jab was cloaked in concern, but the message was clear. Lily's scars didn't fit Evelyn's perfect VY sound. I stayed polite, documented every word, and dug into Evelyn's world. She ran Luxe Beauty spas, peddling cosmetic fixes with ads of flawless models and taglines about erasing flaws. Her social media? A shrine to her photogenic family, especially her son, Dylan, a star athlete. Our neighbor, Miguel Torres, a retired journalist, filled in the gaps. Evelyn's pushed out anyone who doesn't match her ideal, he said. Last year, a vet with a prosthetic leg got run off over a non-compliant ramp. Discrimination, but she was slick, always framing it as community standards. Despite the subtle barbs, Lily thrived at school. Her music teacher, blown away by her talent, in VY TED her to play Chopin at a community showcase. It was her first performance since the accident, and she practiced for weeks, tweaking fingerings to work around her numbness. She walked to the piano in a blue dress, her uneven gait on display, and played with such soul the room held its breath. Even I forgot to breathe during her delicate passages. The crowd erupted in applause except Evelyn, whose tight clap and whispered jab about technical compromises hit Lily like a slap. That night, I found her at her keyboard, tears falling as she replayed the criticized section. You were phenomenal, Bumblebee, I said. Evelyn wouldn't know talent if it sang in her face. She gave a faint smile, but the seed of doubt was planted. The breaking point came at the annual Willow Grove barbecue. Lily, coaxed by school friends, joined a casual volleyball game, careful to guard her blind side. She was laughing a sound I hadn't heard in months when Evelyn strutted over with Dylan. Show them how a real athlete plays, she boomed, show VYing a ball at him. Dylan, embarrassed, mumbled about not wanting to barge in, but Evelyn insisted. I watched from the grill, my gut tightening as Evelyn's eyes locked on Lily with venom. Then it happened fast, but not fast enough to fool me. As Dylan prepped to serve, Evelyn grabbed a second ball, waited until Lily's back was turned, and fired it at her face with sniper precision before melting into the crowd. The ball hit Lily's scarred side, knocking her to the grass. Gasps rippled. Teens rushed to help as Evelyn cooed. "Oh, what a terrible accident." But I caught her stage whisper. Poor thing probably didn't see it coming with her condition. Training kept my fists unclenched. I knelt by Lily, who whispered, "She did it on purpose, Dad." I saw her. A red mark bloomed on her sensitive face. "I know," I said, "and I'll handle it." Dr. Rachel Lynn, a pediatrician and HOA board member, approached. "That was no accident," she said, checking Lily's face. I saw Evelyn aim. Miguel, snapping photos for the newsletter, leaned in. "Got on VY Deo, clear as day." I nodded, my plan forming. After icing Lily's face, I approached Evelyn, who was laughing with other parents like nothing happened. "We need to talk about what you did," I said. Her smile didn't budge. "Such a chaotic game, Nathan. I hope Lily's okay." "You threw that ball on purpose," I said, loud enough for heads to turn. "That's ridiculous," she snapped, but her eyes flickered. Maybe her depth perception's off understandable, given her condition. I leaned in. "It was caught on VY Deo, Evelyn. This isn't over." That night, with Lily curled up watching her favorite emo VYE, I went to work. I secured Miguel's VY Deo, crystal clear EVY Denke of Evelyn's act. I compiled every note, email, and incident since we moved in. Dr. Lynn agreed to pro VY to his statement and shared HOA minutes showing Evelyn's history of blocking accessibility upgrades. I learned Evelyn Spas had settled 2 discrimination lawsuits, and former staff confirmed she rejected imperfect applicants. Even Dylan's piano teacher revealed he hid his lessons from Evelyn, who thought music was too soft for her jock son. The kicker? Dylan had asked Lily about adaptive piano techniques, defying his mom's prejudice. I requested time at the next HOA meeting, despite Evelyn trying to cap me at 3 minutes. Dr. Lynn and another board member overruled her. The room was packed word had spread. Evelyn sat at the board table, annoyed but poised. I hooked up my laptop, stood at the podium, and let it rip. "I'm here to address discrimination, harassment, and assault in our community," I said, clicking play on the VY Deo. Evelyn's calculated throw filled the screen, followed by gasps. "That's edited," she blurted, but I held up the unedited file and Dr. Lynn's medical report. I laid out the timeline. The pool note, the mass suggestion, the recital jab. "This is disability discrimination, VY OLADing HOA bylaws and federal law." I paused, letting it sink in. As a Secret Sare VYC agent, I assess threats for a VYing. My daughter is under my protection, and Evelyn Caldwell is a threat. Her face paled. "What's your profession, Nathan?" she stammered, grasping for control. "I identify and neutralize threats," I said, "and I've documented yours." I showed EVY Denke of her broader pattern. Denied accessibility requests, families pressured to leave. The room was silent, even her allies squirming. Evelyn tried to interrupt. "I've kept Willow Grove standards high. If some can't hack it, maybe they don't belong." I pounced. "Their disabled residents aren't welcome under your watch." She backpedaled, but the damage was done. Another board member called for an investigation. Voices seconded. Evelyn's empire was cracking. The fallout was swift. The board suspended Evelyn, and audits uncovered her funneling HOA funds to her cronies' properties. They ousted her for good and launched an accessibility committee. Lily, hesitant after the volleyball hit, found allies, including Dylan, who apologized for his mom and bonded with her over music. 3 months later, Lily's piano recital packed the community center. Evelyn slunk in, her status in tatters, watching as Dylan turned pages for Lily's flawless performance. At the reception, she approached. "Impressive," she said, no trace of her usual venom. "I didn't think adaptations could sound like that." Lily, poised beyond her years, replied, "Adaptations about MOVYing forward, not quitting." Evelyn nodded and left, something like regret in her eyes. Willow Grove changed. Ramps went up, interpreters joined events, and Lily's adaptive music program got funding to grow. She spoke at a disability rights conference, and her piano method drew national buzz. Evelyn's spas tanked until she rebranded, ditching perfection for uniqueness. I started helping other families fight discrimination, using my training to outmaneuver bullies like Evelyn. One night, as Lily nailed a tricky piece, she shared a tidbit. Evelyn had dreamed of being a pianist but was forced into modeling. Maybe Lily's talent hit a nerve. Doesn't excuse her, Lily said, but it explains her. A letter arrived later and signed, with a clipping about Lily's program and a note. Your daughter showed me perfection isn't what I thought. Some lessons come late. Lily sent a reply. It's never too late to learn. Thanks for seeing my work. That volleyball, meant to humiliate, sparked a revolution. Lily, once shy, became a leader. Our community, once exclusive, opened wide. Sometimes, the best way to fight cruelty isn't with fists, but with strategy, turning a weapon into a wake-up call. So what do you think? Was Evelyn a VY Lane or a product of her own scars? Should Lily have forgiven her so easily? Could you stay calm like I did, or would you have lost it? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like button if you're all about justice, and subscribe for more real-life dramas. Let's keep this conversation going.